Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a little bit, it's been a couple weeks. I have been trying to get over being sick. I was sick for a bit. I had a cough when I had first done my last video, but then I kind of like lost smell and taste was just sugar and sweetness. And I got a COVID test, but no COVID. And I got a COVID test from a couple of kids and no COVID. We had COVID a while back, last October, but I guess it wasn't COVID. And so it just kind of wiped me out, low energy. And also I've had Braxton Hicks contractions, still no baby yet. So I'm doing good. I've had a few Braxton Hicks contractions and I'm just trying to take it easy. About at 3:30 in the afternoon is when I really start to get tired and tight. So well, we got all the hutches done that I'm going to be doing right now. So that's really great. And I started breeding a couple more bunnies. And I love this. They're still trying to learn how to poop in the right spot. Some of the does have really gotten it down. Some of the bucks are lagging behind in their abilities to hit the spot right. I really like this because every day, I sweep up a little bit of the poop and the urine and stuff and wipe it out a little bit. And a lot of the does is hardly any work at all to do that. And then I can, about every week I clean out their litter pans too. And I put that manure exactly where I want it, particularly right now on my lilies that I have outside that are right there. So speaking of Lily, I kind of feel like a snake right now because I recently told someone, and I'm really sad because I recently told somebody that my sister was thinking about, if they didn't want the calico cats, that my sister was thinking about the calico kitten, to have the calico kitten. And here are our babies. Here's our girl, one of her. I'll show you how to sex them. She's hungry, so I'll put her back with her kitten food. But I told them that they could have the calico kitten. And about a week ago, the calico kitten went missing. And I don't know where it went. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is that it was so loving. It would follow you. And the only thing I could think of is that it went outside with Derek and followed him outside somewhere. And then it didn't get back to the shop, which is where, they nighted down and stuff. And she was the smallest of them, but I don't know. And I feel like, man, a predator I don't think got her. I mean, it's possible, but Kalina has kept all of the predators away so well. Well, I feel like a snake because I had recently said to the person, oh, my sister kind of wants her. And then I was telling them, oh, and they said, no, we want her. And I was like, okay, because I want to keep my word because I believe in keeping your word to people. And then I just happened to have to tell them, like, oh, the kitten went missing, which makes me feel terrible. But I'm an honest person, and she actually did go missing, and it's really sad. She was going to be an awesome cat for somebody. Lily is her mother. She would, bring mice and, eat them, the mice in front of them, and, teach them about catching mice. So it's really sad that she's not with us. A week's gone by. I just don't feel like there's hope. My grandma would always give me hope because one time there were some ducklings that I had put in a baby a bathtub, not a bathtub, one of those kiddie pools, and I thought the ducklings would stay in the kiddie pool and that it would be fine to leave them in the kiddie pool. Well, the kiddie pool is not tall enough to keep ducklings in, and they jumped out and they went out. It happened to have a little hole where they could go out, and they got outside, and I thought for sure that some predator got them and killed them. But my grandma said, well, you never know, they might show up. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. But sure enough, the next day, I was watching one of our cats, and they were very curious about a plant. And they were peering at it, and they were just like, and I was like, what's going on? And then out of the plant, I think it was a hosta, came 3 little ducklings. Oh, it was so fun. It was one of those moments where you're just like, ah, lost, now found. Praise Jesus. So yeah, but the kitten has not been located. I'll show you. This is our girl. You see her right here, this gap between the butt and the private is a lot smaller than the boy that I'll show you in a minute. Boy, and you see his gap, that gap is longer, and you can see where he is going to develop his little testicles. So that's how you tell the difference between a girl and a boy cat. And you can tell them relatively soon. We got the winter paddock all set up. The calf isn't supposed to be over there, but I think we can actually take down where the goats can't get into I think the goats should be able to get into where the cow is. It's just fine. But we got the winter paddock set up. Hi, Piper. Hi, Piper. And here are our piggies. This is actually a pallet fence piggy nest. And we just have a little bit longer with these guys. We are actually going to send them to be butchered. We were going to do them ourselves. Oh boy. We were going to do them ourselves, but we're deciding to go ahead with all the changes and stuff lately. We decided to go ahead and send them in to be butchered instead. Hi, Kalina. Hi, girl. Oh, you're such a fantastic girl. Such a good protector. We got this pad cleaned off. It looks great. We were thinking about making a building. Actually, kind of decided differently. We might make a smaller building right here, but we're thinking about actually moving instead. And I hate to leave this spot because it's so beautiful. There is like just a park right over there by the river to enjoy, and we have prairie behind us. Oh, my tummy's tight. We have prairie behind us, and we're kind of secluded a little bit, kind of away from like toxic chemical spray just coming on us. But we live in Iowa, so I mean there's almost no getting around all of the xenoestrogen sprays and toxic stuff that's all around us. But yeah, there's one thing that we enjoy about, the location of our place is perfect. The number of acres is pretty okay. You know, we can do with 6 acres just fine with what we want to do. But one thing we really like is to be able to enjoy the outlook of the land. And from inside the house, there are different viewpoints from inside that are fun to look at, to look out to the outside. But I think we would really enjoy being able to set up more of a south-facing, or more of a ranch style where there's lots of windows, to be able to enjoy the outdoors, and also a central location in the house where we could put a wood-burning stove that we could really utilize and enjoy a lot. And since Derek's an architect, that's just something that, being able to design your own home, the layout, and how you want it to be set, how you want it to be looking out, what you want it to be looking out at. Those are all just creative things that a person we would enjoy creating that and seeing that come alive. So with that, we are thinking, okay, as we were thinking about this building, we're like, okay, putting it here, putting it there, whatever. And then we just were thinking more about it, and we're like, you know what? Maybe it would be fine to stay and put a building up, and then, think about, moving later. But then we were just kind of imagining things, and I think we really just came to, you have green lights, red lights in your life, and you make decisions, and there's so many times where we came around to the thought process of moving. And this place is going to be amazing for somebody. It's going to be really great. But I think we came to we came to that thought process quite a few times of moving. So I think we're just going to go ahead and have the mindset that we are going to be moving, and we're going to do a few things here and there to really improve the place before we move. And then somebody else will enjoy all my asparagus that I planted, my fruit trees, peach trees, apple trees, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I feel like, well, hopefully somebody will have a green thumb that when they move in here, and that they will really enjoy and be blessed by what I have left for them. So that is new news. And we've got more new news about Nayeli, and I will be making another video about that after a bit, and hopefully I'll stay pregnant. So my goal is, so my due date's on December 26th. My goal in having the baby is December 14th. And my goal is that the baby weighs at least 7.7 pounds. So either December 14th or later, and at least weigh 7 pounds, 7 ounces or more. And that would be heavier than any of the other babies that I've had. So that is my goal, and that is what we're shooting for. I like to make those little goals, and comment if you guys like to make those little goals too. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.